Shit! Amy is in chat. She's gonna tell me.
There's so many people sitting at the fucking doorway to their...
Well, it seems like it's happened again. New quote-unquote game-breaking bug. Is this game-breaking? No, not really. Is this something that can happen every game? Almost. But it depends on the map. So, let me show you some other spots that I couldn't show within the video, mainly because I didn't get them at all inside of my PvP games. Since Iron Banner is a very one-sided pull towards certain maps, it's actually been a pretty good time, since I've been able to do it a lot. Anyway, let's start off with Anomaly. So what's gonna happen in this video, I'm gonna explain to you how this works, but I'm not gonna show you all the spots. Mainly because I want people to discover them themselves, and then, you know, we can find more if there are any. Now, a lot of maps have been already covered very roughly, and I'd say there's probably more spots to be discovered. I figured out the Javelin 4 Oob with Storm's Edge when they thought there was none on Javelin. So, you can always figure out more, but you have to put in some time and some effort into this, because it's not just you get it first try. It's really inconsistent essay, maybe not always, but let me show you one of the prime examples on how this cheese works. You can jump over here, grapple up, oh, I hit the death barrier, but as you saw, I was on top of the cube, so you have to watch out there on Javelin, because you kinda just die, if you're not careful. There's another one up here. Where you can sit up here. This one is really inconvenient though, in my opinion. And I don't really find a reason to sit here. But you can shoot down here, you can hold the zone, you know, whatever you might want. And getting out of this spot is really odd. There was this one which I was struggling with, and I wasn't really able to get personally. There you go. So now I'm in the roof, I'm in the ceiling. This one is not really one that I would use, but you can like sit up here, for example. I don't know, this spot is just goofy in my opinion. But enough of Anomaly, let me show you some others, because like I said, I'm not going to show you all of them. But yes, there are more on Anomaly, and good luck finding them. This will give you a reason to play the game. So, Burnout is weird, because we haven't really found any. Bannerfall, I don't know about any. Burnout, there's one, but it's on top of the Vex portal, so not really. No Cathedral, no one Cauldron, I'd say. I'm not sure, personally. Citadel is the roof. Sarah's Plaza, there's none. Convergence, there are 2, from my knowledge, and they're pretty cool. So every explanation I've heard of this bug always sounds super strange. You try to hit the wall with your right arm. I don't even understand the explanation. But basically, how this would work would be you just look up here and then, and then do that. You see how I turn whenever I, like this, whenever I super? It's so my knife can stick through the barrier as I throw it, which is what I'm guessing the whole bug even works for to begin with. So, let me show you. You see that? My arm stuck through the barrier and my knife went straight through. This is what I'm guessing is happening, and it makes sense. It kind of does, but that works on the opposite side of the spawn as well, for context. And Eternity is super fun because you can basically get on any form of roof there is. Like, all of it. You can get on all of it because it's just a box around it. So you're able to stick your knife through the barrier. You already kind of understand this from watching the intro. Apparently there's one in Exodus Blue, but I have not tried it myself. In the middle, you can get through the box. Alright, never mind. The Exodus Blue one is super easy, I guess. And yeah, you can just sit up here. What the fuck is this? I've only seen clips of people on air, but I haven't actually practiced it myself. But if I ever get Exodus Blue, I will know this one is super easy to do. And yes, there is a factor of if it's easy to do or not. It will definitely turn you on some spots. Like the Fortress one is super easy to actually pull off once you get it. This is the whole thing about this whole bug, and it's once you get it, it's pretty easy to do. So, Fragment has a bunch. Basically, any rock that you see, you can get on top of. And I'm not over-exaggerating this. I'm saying you can get on top of anywhere on this map. Like, anywhere. Fragment is probably the most... and Eternity is probably the 2 most broken maps out of this whole situation. Because you can just get through every single barrier there is. And since the skyboxes are so incredibly high on Fragment specifically, it allows you to get extremely high up. You can do this normally with some things in normal without breaking any boxes, because the skybox is so high. But you can get on top of every single zone, you can get on top of the middle of the map, all places basically, as long as you have a super. This one is super funny because you can get into the ball here and you can just sit here. I think this is super goofy. But like I said, like you can get on top of anywhere. You can get on top of there, you can get on top of there, there. Like, it doesn't have an end on this map. For some reason, every barrier is super easy to break through. And the skybox is incredibly high. Well, I guess it ends right here. But like, I can get this high up. Think about that. But I'm not going to show you anymore. Now you have a proper understanding of how this bug might work. So I give a quest to most people who watch this video who are interested in this to go and find more spots. And it will be incredible to see what places people can discover if a lot more people are suddenly doing it. Because right now there's a handful of people trying to find more spots. But if there are thousands, that's probably a little bit too many, hundreds of people doing it, then now suddenly finding spots can take a blink of an eye. I'll show you Widow's Court as well, because it's another prime example. As a final one to show you how unbelievably crazy it is. Widow's Court, Multiplex, Eternity, and Fragment are the 3 most broken maps out of all of them. And also, someone is probably going to say, wow, you had to showcase this in a PM, you're not even going to do it in a normal game. So the whole point was I gathered clips from normal games made it into a little peak interesting montage in the beginning of the video, and then I'm gonna showcase how it actually works in a private match at the end of the video, because it's a little bit easier to explain when no one's shooting you. That makes sense, right? And also, if I fail once, I don't have to worry about waiting 5 minutes to get a new super. See, that's the problem. If you can practice them and get it on under your skin, basically, you know exactly how, the spots, the angles, when to throw it, how to throw it. You will basically never fail, because it's all about angling your things. For example, you can get on top of the church. I'm not sure how far up you can get, but you can get pretty far up on the church. And you see there, like, I'm not able to get it. And instead of having to re-queue, wait for me to get the map again, I can just sit here and do this. And once I figured out how to do this again myself, I will explain to you what I'm doing wrong. Okay. I'm guessing I wasn't close enough to the barrier, or I wasn't pushed in far enough into the barrier. But I think there's another barrier right here that you can break through. But you can just sit and chill on top of the roof, which I think is pretty funny. And all of these spots right here is places you can sit. So I can fall through the roof here and sit inside of the roof. Not just that. So every single spot on this map, or most roofs and ceilings on this map, have this weird ledge. You see this, right? And what you can do is you can throw your knife on these ledges. Like this, and you can sit on top of the roof. Which is insane, because you can walk over the whole thing. This one is ridiculous in my opinion. And you can just walk across the whole thing here. Oh, you can fall down there. You can get on top of there, 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 you can get on top of here. This one is like invisible walls, so you will just fall back behind the map. You can get on top of there. I'm not sure about everything. You can get there, and you can oop there, and you can oop over there. Oh, and you can do that. I kind of forgot about that. I was gonna try to see if I remembered how to get through the oop. Oh, right. You just did this. If I can move around, that would be nice. I guess this area right here is a weird ass fucking barrier. Oh, right. If I can jump, that would be a little bit nice. You'd simply just jump through the hole. There you go. You're out of the map. Well, hopefully this gives you some ideas on what to test and what to try. And yes, oops are very possible. There's the Javelin 4, Pacifica, Widow's Cord, whatever you might think of. Just try it. Eternity, there's an oob on that one. But is this something that should be changed? Probably. How Bungie's gonna fix it? I don't know. You can still barrier breach or pushback breach with supers like Blade Barrage and Needle Storm and T-Crash, I'm pretty sure. They haven't fixed those three, which is kind of weird thinking they've been in the game for that long, but is it bad? Not really. I think it gives a cool thing you can do, a cool little niche you can do with certain supers. And you're not going to see it in every game. Most maps, there's not a lot of spots that you get an advantage from, at least when it comes to trials. But when you talk about bigger maps and sixes, there's definitely areas where you can take advantage, like Widow's Court, Eternity, Fragment, and so on, Vostok. But is it super broken? 100%. Not just that, speaking about Storm's Edge, if you get hit by any debuff, such as suspension or freeze, for some reason the game breaks you a little bit and think you have armor shield, plot armor as say. I can show you a clip or two of that happening to me.
You can actually feel here. It's like Anna. You just...
But basically you don't take damage because you keep breaking the DR barrier. I don't understand what's happening, but at least you can't take damage very well. That's about it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys around. Remember to come and watch me on Twitch, because this is where I was testing this the whole time. And of course, big thank you to my clan and a handful of friends for helping me, or discovering this themselves. They showed me this is not my thing, and yeah, you guys are awesome. I'll see you guys around.